Hello again. It's been a pretty wet start to the day in some western areas, and that rain is going to be steadily pushing eastwards, accompanied by brisk winds today. It's courtesy of this weather front here. It's a warm front. It's bringing in the rain. You can see from the isobars that the winds are going to be brisk as well. But behind this, we're also pulling in some milder air from the Atlantic on this southwesterly wind, and that will eventually push across all areas as we go through the course of today, tonight and into tomorrow. But after a bright start in the east this morning, the rain's already been gathering. Some of that's heavy and persistent, particularly so across western Scotland, the cloud building ahead of it, and then behind it for the rest of England, Wales and also Northern Ireland, it's going to be fairly cloudy and murky and dank. So some heavy rain across the west of Scotland and persistent rain at that, 20 to 40 millimetres, quite widespread, double that with height. For Northern Ireland, cloudy this afternoon, quite murky, highs of 16 degrees. And here's the rain continuing to drift eastwards across the rest of England. Now, that will eventually clear. Then more rain comes in tonight from the northwest. It's also sinking southwards, and it will get down into the far south by the end of the night. But it is going to be a mild night, 6 to 12 degrees. So that leads us into tomorrow. Tomorrow, we've got the dregs of this weather front across southern areas, still producing some clouds, still murky around the coasts and hills in particular. But for the rest of the country, it's going to be largely dry. And in fact, the early cloud will break and we'll see some decent lengthy spells of sunshine. But it is going to be quite a breezy day, but it's also going to be a mild day. That breeze still coming from the southwest. We've got highs 11 to about 20 degrees. Then as we move on through the latter part of the week into Friday, again, a bright and a breezy day for the most part. There'll be some decent spells of sunshine, but some showers coming in from the west, and they will be affecting parts of western Scotland and Northern Ireland. Temperatures 20, potentially 21 degrees by the time we get to the end of the day. Then note how with weather fronts crossing, it remains unsettled, but the blues return to the charts. So that means as we go through the weekend into the early part of next week, it is going to turn that bit cooler.